Hey everyone, it's Dee from Dee's Divine Guidance here for the sign of Libra for your mid-month of 2019, July. The monthlies are up, so you can check those out. But today you're just going to get message from Spirit. The monthlies have the energy healing, which everybody loves, which I love that everybody loves it. All right, so let's see what's going on for the rest of the month of July for you guys. If you haven't already, you can follow me over in Facebook. Some good stuff going on over there. And also, if you're interested in being an energy healer, I do have my Heal Your Life course, how to be an energy healer, in the description box below. All right, so let's get started here. Wow, guys. Okay. Your overall energy for the rest of the month is strength. All right, so so take it, we're in retrograde right now, and things are, I've heard a lot about like everybody being a little bit crazy, being a little bit emotional, being like a little bit anxiety, all of that stuff. So like just know they're telling me here that you have the strength to sit through it. Just sit through it. You don't have to figure everything out right now. You don't have to kind of feed into it. Just sit with it and say, okay, this is how I feel. It's retrograde. The full moon was just here. Like whatever it was, just like be okay with being there. For some of you, and remember these are general readings, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. But you've got the 9 of Pentacles with the 10 of Pentacles. And what I'm hearing here is that you're better off alone, is what I'm getting. Is like that 9 of Pentacles is my single card and more independence. And you got the 10 of Pentacles. So this could resonate in work, especially with the King of Wands here. So some of you, this might resonate in going solo, like leaving your job and creating a business is what I'm getting for some of you. So let me know in the comments if that resonates with you, because that's what I'm getting, especially with the Pentacles and the King of Wands and the 8 of Cups there. It's like you're leaving your old life behind. So some of you, that's going to resonate in work, where you're leaving your career to then start something on your own. And that King of Wands is all about that entrepreneur, going after what they want. So that's for if it resonates with work. But for some of you, I feel like this is a relationship where you're going to be better off alone. They're telling me right now that like your partner might be sucking your energy out of you. So therefore, when you don't have to worry about that other person or, them, especially with narcissists, they gaslight you, which means like, they say things to you that make you think that you're the problem when, they're cheating or lying or whatever it is behind your back, but they put the blame on you. So they make you think you're crazy. And what I'm feeling for some of you is that you're better off alone. You don't need that shit, right? You don't need that person constantly making you doubt who you are and what you're capable of and if you're right or if you're wrong. You don't need that person. You need you. You need you, and you need you to lift you up and inspire yourself and to pull the strength out here. Because if you're in this type of situation, which I have been in the past, where, you're constantly thinking, what is wrong with me? Why can't I just get it together? Why can't I make this relationship work? What is wrong with me? And most of the time, it's not you. It's the combination of the two, right? We take accountability, so we can't say it's all the other person, but it's definitely the combination of the two of you. So this is for, especially if you're, in a relationship or in a marriage, or if you've just gotten out of one, you're better off the alone, all right? If this is the energy that this relationship is giving to you, if it's constantly making you doubt, if it's constantly running in your mind, you're better off alone doing your own thing, that 10 of Pentacles. So the way that I read this is that everything that you want, which is the 10 of Pentacles, is on the side of being single, is on the side of being independent. Okay, so take that as you will. And then you have the King of Wands. So this is about establishing the business that you create or the life that you create. And then you've got the 8 of Cups, which is awesome, because I always say this is walking towards your future, towards your vision of what you want your life to be. So this is the month here for you to really inspire and take action to move towards the vision. Now, disclaimer, please don't go quitting jobs if you haven't already done it. Make sure that you're financially stable. A lot of people will say, oh, I quit my job. That's impulsive, okay? So just know that create a plan for that action to happen. So I don't want to hear everybody that they quit their job and then their financial strain, okay? Very important. Very, very important. All right, so we're going to pull a vampire card for you guys. So what does the sign Libra need to hear? Manad. Madness. Excuse me, my throat. Madness, ecstatic ritual, energy release. Awesome. All right, let's see what this says. So these are my vampire cards, and I read from the book. It's Lucy Cavendish. I love the way that she writes, so I always read because I think they're very powerful messages in here. She's the only one that I read from. All right, so Meneds, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but Meneds are the female priestess of the god I've never read this card before, Dionysus. Maddened by the fruits of the vine and given the space of ritual, they descend into ritual ecstasy where an orgy of carnal delights, instability, frenzied dance, and gluttony are all allowed and celebrated. Within that space, the divine madness we all have, including you, is given expression and exhausts itself relatively safely. When she comes to you in this card, it is for you to now find a safe space to do what you have considered to be unsafe in a safe and protected way. What does this mean? You may be longing to be free, wild, and to let loose, to cast off the chains and find expression in dancing, sex, parties, and intoxication. And she comes to you now, this creature who will devour you if you do not find a way to safely express these urges. For that is vampiric, the urge to express the divine madness that will erode your soul if you repress it any longer. And that is when the vampiric maiden, whatever, can tear you to pieces. That is when addiction can find you. This is when your overindulgence can stake its claim on your soul through your physical form. This Maenad is watching you now, eyes brimming with poison, ready to infect you. If you do not begin to rediscover the beautiful madness of life in your own way, if you do not now begin to have some dance, some joy, some loss of the self-consciousness you battle with each day, she will find you, and her leaves will poison you, even as they delight you. It is time for joy to be lived through you. It is time for madness. It is time to drink the nectar of love making, wine, laughter to the point where your belly hurts. It is time. The blessing of this card is, it is safe for you to give way to feelings of intense bliss and happiness, even excitement. Feeling deeply and allowing yourself to be swept up in the rapture is a beautiful thing for you to experience at this time. It is safe to let this happen under the current circumstances. The curse of this card is a fear that divine madness will be permanent, that there is a short distance between the bliss of the monad and insanity, keeping yourself on such a tight leash that your repressions rule you and are therefore expressed in unhealthy ways. The way to work with this card is dancing, going out, and indulging in ritual that gives you a safe escape valve for your wild urges needs to be created now, or else you may find the virtues you have worked so hard to establish eroding. And if you do things in a scared way, a sacred way, there will be a kind of beauty to the madness. No more control. Find a safe place, find the safe people, and go wild, just for a little while within the temple you create. Do this, and transcendence will follow. That loss of self leads to the uniting with the Great Spirit and the great soul of this world and beyond. And when you go to this place and drink of the Holy Grail of life, you will return replenished, whole, and fully returned. This will bring strength. Strength. So, that was kind of long-winded there. All right, so what it's saying is that you have the capability, especially like if you're in a relationship and you're getting single now, it's like you want to kind of, go out and explore yourself and enjoy your life and explore life, and figure out who you are and what you want and all of that. And that is wonderful, but it's to do it in a safe way. So they're bringing my attention to like a lot of women will, even men, like when they get out of the relationship, they will run into another one or sleep around or whatever. And what this is saying is that you don't need that, right? It's like you need to do it in a safe way, a respectable way, a sacred way. And you need to release what's on the inside, because a lot of you might feel, let me know if this resonates, but it might feel like, you know, you're not being your true self because you want all these other things, but maybe you feel like they're not accepted. And it's time to release all of that. It's time to show the world who you truly are and be who you are. So, and be proud of who you are. So that is what this card, and I'm sorry for all my mispronunciations. They spelt it a couple different ways, so I was confused. But an energy release here, right? So go back and watch the monthly, because you got the energy healing there. So that's an energy release right there. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go do that and you're done. But for others, go dancing, you know, have sex, but do it safely and protected. You know, don't, and you have to do this because like what it's saying is that if you don't allow yourself to be you and you don't allow yourself to express yourself, then you're going to start to, you know, get into that area of what is this all about? And then like, you know, this could be where the depression starts because you're resisting who you are. And that's resistant energy, and it does not feel good. It does not feel good, and it messes you up. And especially like I was saying about like the gaslighting in your head and all that, like all of that does that. So go out and express yourself. Go out and have fun for the rest of the month is the message to you. But you are strong, you are capable, you know, and you're better off alone. All right. And that's a good thing. Being alone doesn't have to be a bad thing. It is a good thing because you are confident in yourself. You love yourself. And then when the right person comes along, then it's time to, you know, put your lives together. Okay. Much love to you. I hope this resonates. Give me a thumbs up on the video and make sure you subscribe to the channel to get more of these readings and some of my other videos. Okay. And follow me over on Facebook if you're not over there already. Much love to you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.